This bedroom here is when I was putting that plexiglass on. I thought Carolyn was up here with me. She wasn't. That's when the attic stairs door was open, and I heard somebody walking up the steps going to the attic. Because I stopped and I said, Carolyn, I need help. I need a hand. Nobody answered me. And I said, Carolyn, where are you? And she says, I'm downstairs. I said, well, there's somebody up here with me. I don't know who it is.
Built in 1906, the Black River Historical Society building was once home to Leonard Moore. Former mayor of Lorain, Ohio, Moore helped to build the house himself. To this day, he's remembered as a passionate civil worker, noted for instigating the creation of nearby Lakeview Park. His home now serves as a local history museum and the headquarters for the Black River Historical Society. In recent years, members of the society have heard inexplicable sounds and felt strange drafts of air that some speculate may indicate a haunting. ORBS was invited to the house to investigate these claims and to determine what is paranormal and what is not. They are the first ghost hunting group to have full access to the building, and having done a handful of local history museums in the past, they are well trained to hunt in this kind of environment. Black River trustee Frank Sivkowski takes the team on a tour of the building, rehashing stories of the museum's tumultuous past. Before it was a museum, the building was home to various Lorain residents. After he died, one former occupant was shown on the first floor as part of a memorial service. Other residents had close brushes with death while living at the Moore house.
Okay, this landing here, one of the daughters used to sleep here because she got shot at when she was in the bedroom. So she would stay here at night and sleep here on the floor.
As with any historical building, the Moore house has plenty of intriguing stories for anyone who will listen. The investigators listen close as Frank gives them something other than ghosts to hunt for during their stay.
Grandkids came to the house after they took her away. She would hoard all her money. She would hide it. And they started cleaning the house and they was throwing stuff out. Didn't think nothing of it until they moved a stack of papers and there was money stuck in the stack of papers. She had papers all over the house. She had money in the runners going down the steps.
At one point, the house came dangerously close to being demolished to make room for a parking lot. But long before that, in 1924, the house came even closer to destruction.
It was very hot, muggy day. They saw a black cloud, all the bathers, and they thought it was a hurricane coming. So some of them went down below in the catacombs away from the storm. 3 of them went upstairs in the concession stand. They got killed. They got blown away. Wow. They housed 90 people in this house. The tornado went right by.
Wow.
Okay. The daughter was home. One of the daughters was home. She opened up the front door to go to her grandparents' house. The vacuum twisted. When we go in that room, you'll feel the beam is twisted.
The basement is crammed full of cabinet upon cabinet of historical documents. Students, historians, and even ghost hunters can come here to research. The entire building, stuffed with artifacts and showcases, is a monument to Ohio history. There are informative displays on military, fashion, and technology of days long gone. And while the whole museum is brimming with history, it's in the attic where Frank has had his strangest experiences.
And all of a sudden there was like a breeze. I get chills now. What little hair I have stood up on my arm and I got goosebumps. And I said, Carolyn, you playing around? You know, because you could hear the board creaking. Nobody answered. So I got up and I walked over to the steps and I yelled. And I yelled again. She said, what do you want? I'm downstairs. I said, well, you know, you didn't come upstairs? She said, no. And that was it.
Frank believes it's Leonard Moore himself haunting the building, perhaps checking on the renovations of his former home. And while it can be difficult to determine the identity of the ghost, ORBS will do its best to uncover the source of Frank's paranormal experiences. They set up a command station in the basement and prepare to unearth any spirits still lingering in the museum. Night falls. The museum is now under surveillance, watched by infrared cameras stationed throughout the building. The team grows quiet as investigators listen and watch for any unusual activity. They explore everything from the basement to the attic, snapping photos and taking video. They check for energy fluctuations and monitor EMFs. For the most part, it's a quiet night. They are soon joined by a local news reporter who interviews Frank, Chris, and Amy. Thanks largely to television, the field of paranormal investigation has become more publicly accepted and is now featured in newspapers and on websites quite often. ORBS hopes to see that trend continue. The team uses a variety of instruments in hopes of making contact with the dead. EMF detectors and Geiger counters, among other such devices, are vital tools in the ghost hunter's arsenal.
You can walk up to that yellow box and you can make that needle move. You can walk up to this red light, you can talk to it. And last but not least, you can walk up to this gray box and you can make those lights light up. You can let us know that you're here by talking, moving, kicking, slapping, doing any of those things to those.
What we'll do is we'll run down the names. If it's you, can you step up to that green light? Alright. How about Carolyn? No, Carrie. The wife.
How about the little girl that used to sleep in here because she was afraid of getting her head blown off?
Do you know who shot at you?
The night progresses without much immediate activity. A few strange energy fluctuations are detected, but nothing of great significance. Many of the tools ORBS uses will not yield results until later reviewed. Among these are IR cameras for visual anomalies and digital voice recorders for capturing EVP, or electronic voice phenomena. The investigators spend much of their time holding EVP sessions, where they ask any entities present various questions in hopes of getting a response. Though they don't typically hear the response at the time of questioning, playing back the recording often provides an answer. While at the Morehouse, ORBS did catch several instances of EVP. The first one here is little more than a whisper, and it's difficult to discern individual words. Here's the recording now. And here it is again. This second clip seems to be a female voice speaking over the investigators. You'll hear ORBS members talking, but you'll also hear a strange voice saying what sounds like, "I'm fine."
Wait for somebody. Wait for somebody. Wait for somebody.
The next clip is very faint but very distinct. You can clearly hear a man whispering the word "scared." Here it is again. This last EVP is also layered over the voices of ORBS investigators. It sounds like a female voice saying "my house" or "lighthouse."
Caught her on Tuesday. She caught her on Tuesday. She caught her on Tuesday. She caught her on Tuesday.
So are these the voices of the dead? ORBS thinks so. For more information and evidence on the Morehouse, visit the ORBS website at banditspirits.com.